Hello guys, I'm Avinash. In this video, we are going to discuss about electric generator. This is an image of electric generator. This is the permanent magnets N north and south NS. ABCD is a rectangular coil. This is a axle. This B1 and B2 are brushes. R1 and R2 are full rings. In an electric generator, which is based on electromagnetic induction, means the principle of electric generator is electromagnetic induction. In this, mechanical energy is used to rotate a conductor in a magnetic field to produce electricity. In this instrument, conductor is rotated by the help of mechanical energy to produce electricity. Here the ABCD is the rectangular coil, and this one is the axle, B1 the rings. The ABCD placed between the two poles of permanent magnet. The two ends of the coil are connected to the rings R1 and R2. Two ends of the coil are connected to R1 and R2. The inner side of the rings are insulated. The two conducting stationary brushes are B1 and B2, which are kept pressed separately on the rings R1 and R2 respectively. And the R1 and R2 are internally attached to an axle. As you can see also, R1 and R2 are attached to the axle. So when the axle rotates, so this one will also rotate. The two rings, the axle may be mechanically rotated from outside to rotate the coil inside the magnetic field. When the axle attached to the two rings is rotated, this is the magnetic field lines from north to the south. So when the current is passed through it, and due to the presence of magnetic field lines, it will rotate, and when it will rotate, the AB will move upward and CD will move downward. The rotation would be like this, because and you can see also here the direction of current in AB is in this way, while in CD is in opposite way. So for that reason, the movement of AB would be in the upward direction, while the CD will be in the downward direction. When the axle is rotated, AB moves upward in the magnetic field produced by the permanent magnet. When the axle attached to the two rings is rotated such that AB moves up, then the magnetic field produced by the permanent. Let us say that ABCD is rotated clockwise. If you consider when this is movement is clockwise, after certain time the direction would change. By applying Fleming's right hand rule, the induced current are set up in these arms along with the directions AB and CD. The induced current flows in the direction of ABCD. This is the direction of the induced current, movement of induced current. When the such that the external circuit, the current in the external circuit flows from B2 to B1. After a half rotation, the polarity of the induced current changes and the direction changes from ABCD to DCBA, such that now the external current would flow from B1 to B2. The current in the external circuit now flows from B1 to B2. Thus, after every half rotation of the polarity of the current in the respective arms changes. Such a current which changes direction after equal time intervals is called an alternating current. Alternating current are current which changes their polarity after a certain time interval. And the device that creates this type of generator, means this type of current, are known as AC generators. To get a direct current DC, which does not change its direction with time, a split ring type commutator is used. In the AC, we use the full ring commutators, but in DC, we have to use half ring commutators. With this arrangement, one brush is at all times in contact with the arm moving up in the field, while the other is in contact with the arm moving down. So, we have seen the working of a split ring commutator in the electric motor also. When the polarity, okay, so this was all about the working of the electric generator. I think you guys got it now. In my previous video, it was a bit not good, so I tried to make another one. This is the This is the whole phenomenon of an electric generator. This is how it works. Now the next topic is uh, domestic electric circuits. In our homes, we receive supply of electric power through a main supply, either supported through overhead electric poles or by underground cables. Everyone has a supply of electricity. Most, not everyone, most people in India have the supply of electricity. One of the wire in this supply, usually with red insulation cover, is called live wire. Live wire, the red wire, that is means the coating of the wire is the red, that is known as live wire or positive. Another wire with black insulation is called neutral wire or negative. In our country, the potential difference between the two is 220 volt. This is the schematic diagram. This is the earthing. If we see, have you seen a socket? No, socket looks like this, I guess. This one is for the earth wire, this one is for live, and this one is for neutral. Earth wire is green in color. This one is the live wire. This one is the neutral wire. Earthing is only needed. Earthing's use is only that extra charge. If it flows, then it will flow through it towards the ground. And earthing is a special wire that is connected to in outside of your house or from away from your house. The earthing wire is connected. Means one pole would be inserted inside the ground. This is the live wire. This is the neutral wire. This is the electric meter, and the distribution box is there. And these are the different appliances. This may be for AC. This may be for TV. This may be for mobile phone. This may be for washing machine. Figure gives a schematic diagram of one of the common domestic circuits. In each separate circuit, different appliances can be connected across the live and neutral wires. Electric fuse is an important component of all domestic circuits. Electric fuse is one of the most important because if we have already studied the principle and working, a fuse in a circuit prevents damage to the appliances and the circuit due to overloading. When overloading occurs and if you don't have fuse, then it will damage your appliance. If fuse is there, overloading can occur when the live wire and the neutral wire come into direct contact. In such a situation, the current in the circuit abruptly increases. This is called short circuiting. The joule heating that takes place in the fuse melts it to break the circuit. If fuse would be not present, then there will be a heavy damage to your appliance, and the appliance may be destroyed, and your house may get into fire also if you don't have proper fuse and the short circuit is very high. So that will be all for today. Thank you for watching my video, and do like it, share it, and subscribe it. Thank you. Thanks guys.